Morning everyone, welcome you all in your English class. I am Shakha Yadav here with you. Students, today we shall discuss an interesting poem from the 8th class, The School Boy. Here in this poem, The School Boy, which is written by William Blake, we shall discuss the feeling of a schoolboy who goes towards school unwillingly. So students, let's you all join me and have attention and try to understand what the William Blake say in this poem. The schoolboy in the poem is not a happy child. And what make him unhappy? What happened with the child in the school which make him unhappy? Through the poem we try to find out. Why does he compare himself to a bird? First the child compare himself with a bird who lives in a cage, or after that he compare himself to a plant that withers when it should blossom. So student, let us start the poem in the first stanza. First we read the lines of the poem. In the first stanza, I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn and the skylarks sing with me. Oh, what sweet a company. Here in the first stanza, students, the poet William Blake tried to explain the feeling of a schoolboy. He says that he loves to rise in a summer morning. It is the time when the birds sing on every tree. The huntsman blows his horn far away, and the skylarks sing with him. According to the schoolboy, it is his best company and he enjoys it is very much. Here he also says the things which is explained in the first stanza make him happy, and he, like the birds, love to rise in the morning and enjoy the activities which happen at that time. The morning time is the time of hope and aspirations. Hence, humans as well as animals wake up in the pursuit of a goal. Students, in the first stanza he says he likes the summer morning, and what happened when he goes towards the school unwillingly? Why? The school-going boy changed his tone. In the second stanza you see, but to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away under a cruel eye outworn. The little ones spent the day in shining and dismay. Here you see the tone totally changes from delight, rejoicing and hope to dismay, joylessness. The school in the summer morning is something which take away all his joy. In the school, the students have to spend all their day under a teacher who in outdated fashion keeps an eye on the school boys so that they may follow the rules and regulations strictly. Thus, the young ones, according to him, have to spend their day in distress and sadness. In this stanza, he also described the schoolboy concern over the way school walk. The children are kept under strict surveillance and are forced to obey the rules which made their joyless. Next we go in the third stanza. What he tries to say are, then at time I dropping sit and spent many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning bower, worn through with the dreary shower. Here in the third stanza, he explained what happened with a student when he is in the classroom. He looked towards the books but had no attention, no taste according the knowledge or the chapter which is going on in the classroom. Then at time here the child expresses his tiredness. He sits unwillingly in the sea of boredom. The child keep under control the attack on him by the harsh personality of the teacher and unnecessary lectures and his urge for unchecked freedom. The learning's bower refer to a garden where the child can be taught in an interesting way only if nature accompanies him instead of the school teacher. Next is in stanza 4. Here the schoolboy compares himself with a bird who wants to fly in the sky, but someone keep her in a cage. What happened in that situation? How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but drop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? Here in these lines, again the poet compares a child with a bird. According to his view, a bird which is born cheerful and fun-loving can never sing sweet song if caged. Similarly, a child, if remained under the umbrella of annoying fear and tension, the distrust of his teacher, can never enjoy the natural instincts of joy and playfulness. Indeed, a world full of rigid codes of discipline will ruthlessly take away the beauty spring of a person's life. Next is in stanza 5. What the poet tries to say here. Of father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blow away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the spring day by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruit appear? Here the boy complaining to the highest authority, to father and mother, if a budding child is picked up and swept off in the early stage of life in an ocean of sorrow where there is no one to care for, if unhappiness crushes the sensitive plants, beautiful and the newborn birds, summer can never be joyful. And the last of the poem, at the end, we see what he tries to explain. How shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? At the last, he gives us a deep knowledge If care and concern rule over the plants, flowers, buds such as summer will be dry and will bear no fruit. The child inquires his parents as to how they can win back what pain sadness has destroyed. If the plants perish, dry up due to the pain sorrow, no fruit will be there in the season of autumn. This implies that if childhood, pleasure and joys are restricted by someone, has to be very sure that the adult life will be absolutely dry and unproductive. And at the end of the poem, we see the rhyming verses, students. You see mourn, rhyme with horn. Away with day, dismay, and in this sequence our bower and shower are the rhyming words, and sing rhyme with wing and spring also. And at the last of the passage, nipped, stripped, these words are rhymed together. And now the time to solve the exercise. So students, first is we shall discuss is our tick mark. The schoolboy in the poem is, in the whole poem we see he was not happy to go in the school. So in this, according to the poem, we say said. The schoolboy in the poem is said. Next question is, a cruel eye outworn in the second stanza refers to the dull, uninspiring life at school with lots of work and no play. Next is question number 3rd. Now sit in learning's bower, worn through with the deary shower. Which of the following in a close paraphrase of the lines above? Here we see the answer now. Nor can I learn anything at a school, though teachers go on lecturing and explaining. Next question is true or false statement. The first is the boy addressed the poem to his grandparent. Is the statement false. Next is the boy is in the poem is extremely happy is also false. The boy compared himself to a caged bird is a true statement. The boy saw a reflection of himself in a tender plant is also a true statement. Next question is rhyming word. Student, as you know, at the end of the poem we find out the rhyming word. Similarly we did here. Mourn rhyme with horn and outworn. Second word is away, dismay, day. Third one is wing, spring, sing, owl, bower and the shower. Next is the opposite word. Cruel, opposite kind. Sorrow, joy. Distant, close. Anxious, concerned. Arise, fall. Spend, save. Next question is answer the following question, which is based on your text exercise. Here you see first question is find 3 or 4 words, phrases in the stanza first that reflect the child happiness. Yes, we see in the poem the word phrase that reflect the child's happiness are the song of birds and the skylark and the sound of hunter's horn. And second question is in this stanza second, the mood changes. Which words phrase reflects the change mood? The word phrases reflecting the child's mood. First is drive all joy away. Second is cruel, I outwon, and third one is shiring and dismay. Next question is, what does the child say about his attitude in the school? What does the child say about his attitude in the school? He thinks his teacher is cruel and the lesson which they taught are uninteresting. And next is, who are being questioned here? Speaker, the school boy are being questioned here. Next question is, what does the phrase plant are stripped of their joy mean? If buds are broken from the trees, no flowers can be grown on it. Similarly, childhood pleasure and joy are restricted. One has to be very sure that the adult life will be absolutely dry and unproductive. Students, I hope you understand all the poem and the question answer also based on it. If you like this and it's help you in your study, please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.